Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Storytime. And so this is another cool story about the time during my college years. And this is the story of the lipstick lamp. And it's being told in two parts because it took place in two locations. So the first part took place in the Christmas season of 2002. And for Christmas, my Aunt Pauline, who I call Aunt Bubba, she gave me a lamp, like a lava lamp, that I called the lipstick lamp, and it had a base. It was cylindrical, and it had a metal base, and then like a cylinder, a glass cylinder with bright blue colored water with glitter in it, and then on the top, it had this this metal top to it, and because of this slope right here, I called it the lipstick lamp. Kind of looked like a tube of lipstick. So this is the actual top from the actual lipstick lamp. And it was a cool, the water was baby blue and really pretty, so I liked it. And the weekend after Christmas, I was at home, and my best friend was spending the weekend with me. He was there, hanging out. And so my best friend at the time, we called him Timmerman because that was his last name. So we're hanging out, and like I have with all my friends, we have kind of one of these adversarial relationships where we're constantly, just riffing on each other and stuff. And so I remember that whatever night that was, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were getting ready for bed, and we're just hanging out and chatting. And so he's sitting on my bed because I'm a good friend. Sitting cross-legged, facing me, and I'm sitting on the floor, because I'm sleeping on the floor, because I'm a good friend, sitting cross-legged, looking up at him, and we're just talking and, just like making fun of each other and everything, as per usual. And I don't remember how the conversation went, but I made some comment about, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna cut you, or something like that, as per usual. So he looks at me, and just like, whatever. So he reaches down, because it's him, it's me, and the lava lamp is right here, the lipstick lamp, and all the other lights in the room are off. It's just that lamp. So playing around, he's like, time for bed, and he reaches over and he turns off the lamp. He sits back up and looks at me, and I swear to God, his face started changing. Now, I will reiterate, I've never been drunk, never done drugs, never anything, right? So, not now, not then, not ever. His face started changing. Like, I'm watching his face, and it's different. Like, as I'm looking at him, his eyes kind of sink in and his cheeks hollow out. They take on a completely different color and texture, like his whole face, even his hair starts to look different. And this person that I know so well just becomes a monster. Like, it really is, just such a scary thing. And I remember the internal monologue in my head, as I'm staring at this and trying not to freak out. Inside my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is the devil. My best friend is the devil. And I'm thinking, like, oh shit, has he always been the devil? Oh my God, this entire friendship has just been a lie. It's been a ruse that the devil is using to get me. All this in the blink, just blink of an eye. And then I think, no, this can't have been a lie. Oh my God, what if the devil got Timmerman before, on his way over to my place? What if he just like killed him in the side of the road? And freaking out, my best friend's lying in a ditch someplace off of Highway 90, and we're not gonna find him because oh my God, I'm about to die. And I'm thinking to myself, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, the devil is about to kill me. He'll probably lunge at me, he'll probably rip out my throat. My grandparents have the bedroom across the hallway, and my parents are just right down the hallway at the end. I'm gonna die here in my room, basically alone, and nobody's gonna know. They're not even really gonna notice that something's wrong until maybe noon tomorrow when we don't come out of the room. I'm not as afraid as I thought I was gonna be. Which is a really messed up train of thought to be having, right? But this is all going through my head, like this was so real because I'm seeing it in front of me. And finally Timmerman looks at me and he says, dude, are you okay? You look really freaked out. And I'm just, I don't take my eyes off of him. But right there on the wall, there's a mirror. So I grab the mirror from the wall and I go and I say, look at yourself. And he stares into his reflection in the mirror. Well, I'm staring at him. And his eyes bug out, and you can see that he recoils back, and he starts saying, it's just like, I can't see my eyes. I can't see my eyes. What's wrong? I don't see my eyes. And I swear to God, as soon as he started saying that, I saw his eyes glowing, and they were staring right at me. So I'm freaking out even more. Now we're both freaking out, and I'm just like, and I start praying, and I start, like, you're the devil, you're the devil. He's like, Joel, I promise, it's me, it's Josh, like, we're best friends. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, that's exactly what you would say, Satan, And so we're freaking out. And then, we're staring at each other. There's like a stalemate going on, a battle of the wills. And at the same time, we both kind of reach over to turn on the lamp, and we bump our heads, right? We bump our heads, and the light's on, everything goes back to normal, and we're fine. And we're kind of shaken, we're just like, okay, that was weird. All right, we're good? Everything's good? Okay. Let's get to bed. Let's get to sleep. So, okay, so, it's like, we both, hey, our good night, man. Good night, man. Good night. And so he lays down, he faces the wall. I lay down and I, so basically have our backs to each other, like he's on the bed, I'm on the floor, and we have our backs to each other. And so I remember that, as he's dozing off to sleep, I turn around, so that now I'm facing him. I'm just like kind of looking the entire time, to make sure that he stays himself. And I remember that I had a knife in my cabinet that was right there by me. So while I'm like there curled up watching, my hand is like snaking back to the cabinet, finding the knife and just bringing it under my pillow, and I eventually fell asleep, and that's how I slept. So that was the first incident with the lipstick lamp, and that's part one. That's the dual hallucination, I guess you could say, that happened. So in the second part of this story, stay tuned, because in the second part, some more messed up stuff happened with that lamp. So make sure you check out part 2.